delicious focaccia. I've got that whole wheat pizza dough, and you could do this with your regular pizza dough as well. I've done it with either one, and I'm just going to show you how I'm going to use up some of this dough and make this delicious bread to go along with our dinner. And so I hope this inspires you to stay with me. It's going to have wonderful Himalayan pink salt and extra virgin olive oil, rosemary and garlic, and it's going to be delicious. So if it inspires you to stay with me, maybe go down in the description box and check out my Facebook page as well as my Wild Tree website. And go over there. Ooh, I might use some Wild Tree on this as well. Go over to my Wild Tree website and check out some all natural, all organic products that you can use in your kitchen to better your lives at home. All right, guys, let's go make some focaccia. Okay, so I am really glad that you stayed along for this. This is super easy, and it's a great way to use up your dough. Oh, this feels warm to the touch. I put this dough out early this morning, and I've just let it come up to room temperature. And I turned my little on-the-counter oven on warm, and then as soon as it came up to temp, put this in there and just let it rise on its own. And this is just a beautiful soft dough. This is my whole wheat pizza dough that I showed you a recipe for in my last video, and now I'm going to show you what else you can do with it besides pizza or roll-ups. You can make a focaccia bread. And so I'm going to do it maybe a little different than some other people do it, but I really believe that you have to have that extra virgin olive oil. Don't cheap out on the olive oil. And I'm going to put garlic, because we love garlic, and fresh rosemary, which is a good way to use up rosemary if you've got it in your refrigerator. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go ahead and press my garlic down onto my little cutting board. And the reason I'm doing that is because it's going to release the oils, and that's really going to mix well with that rosemary. Who doesn't like rosemary and garlic? Oh my gosh. If you've never had focaccia, oh, it's great for a party. It's super easy. Now, let's say my husband calls and says, I'm inviting somebody over for, for cocktails or dinner, and I've got nothing out and ready for entertaining. All I have to do is pull this dough out and maybe some fresh rosemary out of the refrigerator. I try to keep fresh herbs either out in the garden or in the refrigerator, and this is really good organic rosemary from Trader Joe's. So I try to buy organic, as you guys know, as much as possible. The more of us that do that, the less expensive it will become, because it will become what people want to eat, and we should be eating that way. Anyways, so I've got 2 sprigs of this beautiful organic rosemary, and organic rosemary keeps very well in your refrigerator. This has been in here, oh gosh, over a week, and it's still really fresh and fragrant. And I love that pine scent. We're going to go ahead and I'm cutting it up right in with the garlic. So the garlic kind of coats the rosemary and vice versa. And the oils that are being released, we'll be able to scrape those all up and really get it down over the top of our bread. And I think I want one more, because this is going to be a big focaccia. I'm going to fill my little pan. This pan is goes in my on-the-counter oven. It's not a full-size cookie sheet. It's probably a half sheet. Somebody was asking me a while back, and I lost the message somehow and didn't get to get back to them. But for those of you that are curious, so you're just going to get this worked into the garlic. You could leave the garlic out if you're not a garlic fan. I don't know about the rosemary. I guess you could just do it with sea salt and pepper if you really didn't want all the herbaceous flavors on here. And now I have rosemary for rosemary chicken. Yum. Okay, I'll set that aside. Rinse my hands really quick. And now we'll get working on the dough. And really and truly, this dough, it's so easy. This has had a chance to just really get a nice rise again on it. See how wonderful that is? And the top kind of dries out a little bit, but you just work that right back into the recipe. It's a soft, beautiful soft dough. Let me make sure you can see everything. Yeah. So it's a gorgeous soft dough, and it's got plenty of oil, but we're gonna add some more oil, and I will be washing my olive oil container here, so no worries. And all you're gonna do is you're gonna work this dough out. And I really push, and you may have to let it rest a little bit. I don't even mind if I get holes in it, because they're gonna fill back in. Any holes that you might get will fill back in, and if they don't, it just gives the bread some more character, right? We're gonna let this rise again. So this would be, for this particular dough, this would be, wow, the third rise, because it rose once, I stored it in the fridge, then it rose again, and now I'm gonna let it rise. And see, get these little signature dimples in here. Okay, and really and truly, make them happen. That's what gives this dough that character and rustic feel that we all love. And some pieces will be thicker and beefier than others, and some will have more character than others. So that's the way we like it. And before I get too messy, wipe my hands off on my little handy towel here. I keep a towel hanging for just that reason. We're going to drizzle that extra virgin olive oil all down over the top of this. And I want to make sure I've got you close enough. I think you need to be closer, because this really deserves your undivided attention. All right. There we go. So see how beautiful, and that oil's just sitting in there in the little dips and crevices. Okay. I think we've got enough oil. And then we're going to add some, and I like pepper. Some people don't like pepper, but we love fresh cracked black pepper. And the oils from that pepper and the olive oil are just going to blend and make this bread absolutely wonderful. You can dip this with some balsamic vinegar and olive oil, or you could actually have some bruschetta on the side. Okay, so now I'm doing my garlic and rosemary mixture, and you can do this as heavy or as light as you want. You could put other herbs on here, but more tender herbs like basil and parsley, they tend to burn, and so I don't know that I particularly care for that, but the rosemary and the garlic, oh yeah. Okay, isn't that pretty already? Well, let me rinse my hands really quick. Another quick rinse. And we are ready for the salt. Now, a lot of people will use a really nice salt with thick flakes. I'm going to use fresh ground Himalayan pink salt because I really enjoy this salt. It's what I use on everything. You've got your natural minerals in here, and you're just going to have each little bite is going to get a little piece of that salt. Now, you could add kosher salt. It's really up to you. So I'm going to put this back in that just warm oven. It's not on, and I'm going to let this rise again just for a little bit and let it have a little resty nap, and then we'll get to baking this off. So I'll bring you back for that. Woo. Okay, so that focaccia was in a 400-degree oven for about 12 minutes. And I just wanted it done. I'm not trying to get it overly brown on the bottom. It's nicely done. And you can cut this any way you want. I'm actually going to cut this in kind of strips because it'll be easy to eat. You could cut this in, you know, little wedges if you were having company. In squares for hors d'oeuvres. Anyway, any way you want to cut it. And this is moving around because I have it on a trivet because it was really hot and sizzly when it came out. Now I'm going to turn it, and I'm just going to cut that bread right like that. There you go. Now we'll trade places, and I'm going to have this with some, this is a roasted red pepper and garlic and eggplant spread that I get at Trader Joe's, and I absolutely love it. So, I'll just get a couple pieces here. I'm not going to eat a bunch of this, but oh, it's still nice and warm and delicious. You guys. And the whole house smells like beautiful garlic and rosemary. I just can't wait to taste this. So let me zoom you in, give you a close-up of this focaccia bread. Look how pretty that is. Oh, doesn't that look good? Whole wheat. So good for you with flaxseed. Okay, here we go. Wow. That was delicious with the sweet peppers. And the bread, this dough is not heavy. I got a little salty bite there. Oh my goodness. Now I want a big bite with some herbs on it. And pepper and garlic and salt. Here we go. Just by itself. Wow. Boy, it's worth going without carbs for a few days to get to have a treat like this, because this is absolutely delicious. Wow. And honestly, this dough is just light and airy, and it didn't rise up as much as it would maybe fresh out of the mixing bowl. Let it rise, you know, knead it down again, and then let it rise the second time. The third rise isn't quite as lofty, but it's perfect for what we're going to have it with. So that being said, I hope this inspires you to maybe try something new. Try making some of this dough. Bring a little healthier ingredients into your life and try something new. Or share this with a friend on Facebook. I hope you give me a thumbs up. I hope I see you next time. And as always, guys, oh my goodness, I can't wait to see what I got coming up. And I can't wait for you to see it. All right, as always, God bless.